cancer and nutrition. We all know, like, oh, I beg your pardon. Last month was Cancer Awareness Month, okay, and awareness never ends because the more people get to know about it, the more the device means to do what is right, so that they will not be at risk of having breast cancer. So this evening, I'm going to talk about nutrition and breast cancer from the scientific point of view. It is in this area and the outcome of the research. My name is Chine. I'm a nutritionist from Nigeria. I bring you evidence-based nutrition with scientific reports. And at the course of this webinar, I will also be quoting their names, and for further reading, the journals you can go through and see this. Okay, so breast cancer is responsible for approximately 600, is the fifth leading cause of cancer-related death in women. And dietary research have shifted from studying single food nutrients to holistic dietary pattern. So this 10, what I just said now, um, is from a journal, from a research work from by Yuan et al. 2 years ago. That means it's a very fresh journal and a recent work. Okay, given that another single food nutrient and food cannot address the effects of interaction between or changes in multiple nutrients and food components. Okay, higher among unmarried women. Breast cancer risk 8 times higher among unmarried women. See this particular thing in this journal, Ranja et al., that was published 2020, and the title of this paper is Knowledge of Symptoms and Risk Factors of Cancer Among Women, a community-based study in a low socioeconomic area in Mumbai, India. So this say breast cancer risk is 3 times more among women, 2 times more likely among postmenopausal women, and 10 times more among those who had never breastfed. Then 1.5 times higher among women who are exposed to hormonal contraceptives, and 4.5 times more likely genetics, okay, than in comparison to married women who ever breastfed. This is according to Ranja et al. In 2020, right? Why am I bringing out this? Science is case. Whatever you push out in the internet or even outside the internet should have a scientific backing, so that it doesn't become misleading, or don't mislead people in taking some things. Okay, now prevention, like we mentioned, treatment and prevention. We talked about the chemotherapy. Okay, we didn't say that it's chemotherapy, radiation, surgery. hydration is very, very important. Why is hydration important? Because the surgery can the surgery of breast cancer can significantly increase the body water requirements. That is why hydration is important, and to help reduce the risk of fluid loss in the woman. Dehydration is very um, a frequent side effect of people in postoperative stage of breast cancer due to maybe persistent diarrhea, there's bleeding from the wound core, excessive sweating and all that. So dehydration, to hydrate always, this take one, I will encourage take water. Take water, okay? Or else there's any other liquid thing, maybe, okay, maybe based on the dietitian prescription. But for hydration, go for water. Thing is consumption of is also crucial for people with breast cancer because they contain, because each of them that good. Now, according to a research still on this nutrition and breast cancer, they say additionally, alcohol impairs the immune system. Chocolate is good for DNA synthesis, right? So when this is depleting, the alcohol is depleting the DNA synthesis, make genomic stability in the woman, is also a risk factor. So they say evidence show that alcohol consumption or menopausal status is consistently linked to a higher risk of breast cancer. Now let's pull it back a bit. Adolescents, okay, so that the it doesn't interfere with their taking, that will now cause um, some kind of interaction that will make the folate not to work. Folate, yeah. Land they said is fruits and vegetables. There you go again. Plant-based diet, Mediterranean diet, fruits and vegetable consumption is very, very essential. Now, so I just want to repeat some things I said earlier about a study carried out by Claudia and Harvey. Can find it in chapter 2. It had a mention that women have lower risks of having breast are active in sports. You hardly hear news of breast cancer because being engaged in physical activity, breast cancer. Then I also would love to read this report to you. Smoked with that in a prospective study, more than 100,000 risk of breast cancer, especially the ones that started smoking during adolescence, and the incidence rates are also greater than 80 per 100,000 in developed regions of the world, such as the Europe, the North America, Australia, New Zealand. Fine. And another study, they observed that environmental factors also plays a role in breast cancer. Women, the kind of work women do, exposure to radiation, pollution, chemicals, and women. A study carried out in Mumbai, India, noticed that women in the urban area are at risk of breast cancer more than the ones in the rural area. Now, one of the reasons is transition diets, lifestyle, overweight, obesity. That was a reason spotted out from this study. So these are all factors. So you can say is this single reason? Because up till now, extensive researches are being carried out in different types of cancers, breast cancer, lung cancer, colorectal cancer, prostate cancer. Studies are being